Let's proceed with the analysis of the Philadelphia franchise's draft. Today, we'll discuss impressions on a two-round mock draft recently published by an NFL expert. With the NFL draft approaching, if you're curious about the decisions the team's management will make, it's worth staying attentive. Several athletes have left the franchise in free agency, a situation expected as the organization needs to prepare financially for the future and reward the players who were drafted and developed. This is the moment to bring in a new generation of talent. The team holds the 32nd pick in the first round, so we will review all the selections in this phase so you can stay informed about the draft order and the athletes that might be picked. Miami's quarterback, Cam Ward, is projected for the Tennessee Titans. Abdul Carter is expected to be drafted by Cleveland in the second position. Shatter Sanders is anticipated by the Giants in the third pick, while Travis Hunter is being considered for the Patriots in the fourth position. Mason Graham could be selected by the Jaguars at the fifth spot, and Ashton Jenney, a running back, may be chosen by the Raiders at the sixth. Armanu, an offensive tackle from Missouri, is expected by the Jets in the seventh position. Jalen Walker, an edge rusher and linebacker from Georgia, is a potential pick for the Panthers at the eighth choice. Chamar Stewart, a talented athlete from Texas A&M, is on the Saints' radar at the ninth pick, while Will Campbell, an offensive tackle from LSU, might be selected by the Bears at the 10th position. Walter Nolan, a defensive tackle from Mississippi, is projected for the Niners in the 11th choice. Ted McMillan, a wide receiver from Arizona, is slotted for the Dallas Cowboys at the 12th pick. Will Johnson, a quarterback from Michigan, should be drafted by the Dolphins at the 13th position. Tyler Warren, a tight end from Penn State, could be an option for the Colts at the 14th pick. Mike Green, an edge rusher from Marshall, is considered for the Falcons in the 15th choice. Kelvin Banks, an offensive tackle from Texas, might be drafted by the Cardinals at the 16th position. Gray Zabel, from North Dakota State, is expected by Cincinnati at the 17th pick, and Matthew Golden, a wide receiver from Texas, may be selected by the Seahawks in the 18th position. At the 13th spot, Tyler Warren, another tight end from Penn State, goes to the Colts. In the 14th position, Mike Green, an edge rusher from Marshall, is chosen by the Falcons. The 15th pick goes to Kelvin Banks, an offensive tackle from Texas, who is selected by the Cardinals. The 16th pick is for Gray Zabel from North Dakota State, heading to Cincinnati. Matthew Golden, a wide receiver from Texas, is the Seahawks pick at the 17th position. Malachi Starks, highly appreciated by Philadelphia fans, an athlete from Georgia, is selected 18th for Tampa Bay. At 19th, Omari Hampton, a running back from the University of North Carolina, goes to the Broncos. The 20th pick is Jackson Dart, a quarterback heading to the Steelers. At the 21st pick, Loveland, a tight end from Michigan, is chosen by the Chargers. The 22nd spot goes to Mel Williams, an edge rusher from Georgia, picked by the Packers. Jade A. Barron, a cornerback from Texas, is selected by the Vikings at the 23rd position. At the 24th pick, Donovan Jackson, an offensive tackle, is selected by the Texans. Maxwell Harrison, a cornerback from Kentucky, is chosen by the Rams at the 25th position. James Pierce, an edge rusher from the University of Tennessee, is drafted by the Ravens at the 26th pick. In 27th, Derek Harmon, a defensive tackle from the University of Oregon, is selected by the Lions. The 28th pick goes to Nick Imanwuri, a safety from South Carolina, who is headed to the Commanders. At 29th, Josh Connerly, an offensive tackle from Oregon, is picked by the Patriots. The 30th pick goes to Luther Burton, a wide receiver from the University of Missouri, who joins the Raiders. At 31st, there will be a trade, and Jayad Campbell, a linebacker from the University of Alabama, is chosen by the Philadelphia Eagles. Although not an athlete from Georgia, the connection to the SEC remains strong. This pick may not be the most eye-catching, but Jayad Campbell would be a valuable addition. This will be the first time the team opts for a linebacker who is not an edge rusher, as was the case with Nolan Smith, who is listed as a coverage linebacker. The last linebacker selected was Michael Kendricks in the second round of 2012. Philadelphia is known for its linebacker tradition, which explains the high regard for Zach Bond and Nico Dean's performances last year. There is significant demand for the linebacker position to be addressed, and if this happens in the first round, the value of this pick will be highly appreciated. Commentators have noted that it may be surprising to see Campbell waiting this long, as he is the last prospect listed among the top 25. However, after a recent shoulder surgery, his health for the start of his career is uncertain. This situation illustrates how the team could benefit from picking a talented player who fell down the draft board due to circumstantial factors. It is notable that Campbell had to wait a long time. He is the last name on the list among my top 25 most promising players. However, after his recent shoulder surgery, his health situation at the start of his career presents some uncertainties. This circumstance creates a classic opportunity for the Philadelphia team to land a talented athlete who found himself at a disadvantage due to external factors. The team succeeded in acquiring a player last season, and the idea of a trio of linebackers, potentially including Bourne, Nico Dean, who is currently recovering from a knee injury, and Campbell, is quite intriguing. Last year, Campbell recorded 112 tackles, 11.5 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, and 1 interception. For a linebacker, especially due to the physical demands of the position, shoulder injuries are always concerning, but he could become a significant addition to Philadelphia's defense. His athletic performance was impressive, despite not participating in the bench press at the combine due to his shoulder injury. He still earned an athletic score of 98.7 on a scale of 10. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighs 235 pounds, and with those measurements, he showed speed with a 4.5-second 40-yard dash time. His production was consistently strong, and game footage shows he is an NFL-caliber player capable of standing out in the league for years. Last year, he accumulated 117 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, and 20 pressures, showcasing his versatility as a blitzer, a tactic commonly used by coaches, whether at the start of the play or in later stages. As for the draft, it proceeds with standout players being chosen, such as a quarterback selected early in the second round, followed by a defensive tackle from a renowned university. Other athletes were also chosen, including wide receivers and defensive ends, each bringing their skills to the teams that selected them. The draft moves forward with various positions being filled, and with each pick, new expectations arise about the impact these players will have on their respective teams. The competition is fierce, with every team aiming to enhance its roster with talents that can make a difference on the field. The lineman from Arizona was picked by the Dolphins at the 48th position, while a cornerback from Florida State was selected by the Bengals at the 49th. If Giovanni Revel had not sustained a torn ACL, he could have potentially been a first-round choice for the Seahawks at the 50th spot. The tight end out of Miami was taken by the Broncos at the 51st pick, followed by an offensive lineman from Georgia who joined the Seahawks at the 52nd. A cornerback from Notre Dame was chosen by the Bucs at the 53rd, and a wide receiver from TCU was drafted by the Packers at the 54th. The Chargers took a wide receiver from Stanford at the 55th position, while a defensive player from Ohio State went to the Bills at the 56th. A wide receiver from Iowa State was selected by the Panthers at the 57th, and a wide receiver for Washington State was picked by the Texans at the 58th. A safety from Notre Dame was taken by the Ravens at the 59th. An early selection, a guard from Georgia, was taken by the Lions at the 60th, and a quarterback from Ohio State was picked by New Orleans at 61st. A quarterback from Kansas State was chosen by the Bills at the 62nd spot. An edge rusher from Arkansas was selected by the Chiefs at the 63rd, and the defensive tackle from Texas was chosen by the Philadelphia Eagles at 64th overall. The rationale for Philadelphia's choice was the defensive tackle's dominant performances at Texas, suggesting that with greater consistency, he could significantly exceed expectations for this draft position. Standing at 6 feet 6 inches and weighing 332 pounds, he has arms measuring 34 5/8 inches. The Eagles have a reputation for concentrating on the trenches during the draft, and he might step into the role vacated by a former player. This is also where another significant player previously competed, and there are hopes for him to have a remarkable season in 2025, taking over that role. In evaluating the defensive tackle, it's apparent he plays with great intensity and possesses outstanding athletic characteristics, enhanced by impressive length. His initial quickness is average, taking a moment to reach peak speed, yet he displays flashes of high-level performance alongside some average outings. Nevertheless, his athletic capabilities are hard to ignore. In the year 2024, he participated in 16 games, accumulating 55 tackles and 6 tackles for loss, though he recorded only 1 sack, a statistic that could see improvement. The numbers regarding quarterback pressure could also exceed 18. Nonetheless, he demonstrates a strong instinct for disrupting plays along the line of scrimmage, resulting in 7 pass deflections and 1 forced fumble. Looking back at his college career, it is clear he markedly increased his impact over the past 2 years, achieving 23 pressures in the year 2023 and 18 pressures in the year 2024, while he also encountered challenges during his time off the field. At the line of scrimmage, his capability to leap and deflect passes highlights the athleticism that is vital in the sport. With 7 pass breakups and 1 forced fumble, his performance in college is particularly impressive, especially in recent years. In the year 2023, he recorded 23 pressures, while in the year 2024, he had 18 pressures. Even during seasons with limited playing time, he still managed to achieve 11 pressures in the year 2022 and 15 pressures in the year 2021. Thus, the focus is on his athletic ability and the coaching staff's potential to develop him further. It's possible that a more suitable choice could be made in the second round, but this is the projection put forth by an analyst, not my own. What are your thoughts on this projection? Do you agree or disagree? Thank you very much for your attention, and stay tuned for more information. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that could reshape the wide receiver market, the Philadelphia Eagles are reportedly making a strong push to acquire Kendrick Bourne from the New England Patriots. The Eagles, already boasting one of the league's most dynamic offenses, are eyeing the 28-year-old as a potential game-changer to further elevate their aerial attack. Despite Bourne's recent injury struggles, his playmaking ability and versatility have caught the eye of Philly's front office, who are now exploring the possibilities of adding him to their roster. Bourne's impressive performance during the 2023 season, particularly his explosive Week 1 showing against the Eagles, where he recorded 6 catches for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns, demonstrated his potential to be a key contributor in any offense. Even in the loss, his chemistry with the quarterback and ability to make plays in critical moments were evident. However, his season took a hit when he suffered a torn ACL in Week 8, sidelining him for the remainder of the year. Still, the Eagles remain confident that his recovery and future upside could provide a significant boost to their receiving core. While Bourne's injury history could raise questions, it hasn't dampened the Eagles' enthusiasm. In fact, his recent signing of a 3-year contract extension with the Patriots only adds fuel to the fire, with many speculating that this move may make him even more attractive in trade talks. The Eagles, known for their strategic moves in the trade market, could view Bourne as an affordable option with high potential for the future, especially if he returns to full health in the upcoming season. The Eagles' interest in Bourne comes as they look to solidify their offensive depth following the departure of some key contributors from the previous season. With the NFC East set to be more competitive than ever, adding a reliable, versatile receiver like Bourne could provide the Eagles with the edge they need to stay atop the division. His ability to play both outside and in the slot would give quarterback Jalen Hurts another weapon to utilize in a dynamic offense that thrives on creating mismatches. Beyond his on-field skills, Kendrick Bourne brings an infectious energy and leadership that could be invaluable to the Philadelphia Eagles. Known for his upbeat personality and relentless work ethic, Bourne has often been described as a player who elevates those around him. His positive attitude, even in the face of adversity, has made him a beloved figure in locker rooms, and his presence in Philadelphia could provide a motivational boost to an already talented roster. The Eagles, who thrive on team chemistry and resilience, would undoubtedly benefit from his championship mindset. Bourne's ability to step up in big moments is another reason why Philadelphia sees him as a potential game changer. Throughout his career, he has delivered clutch performances, making crucial catches in high-pressure situations. His experience in deep playoff runs with the San Francisco 49ers has given him valuable postseason exposure, and that playoff-tested mentality could be exactly what the Eagles need as they push for another Super Bowl title. With his knack for making plays when it matters most, Bourne could become a trusted target for Jalen Hurts in critical games. Additionally, Bourne's versatility on the field makes him a dangerous weapon in Philadelphia's offensive scheme. Whether lining up as an outside receiver, working in the slot, or even contributing as a gadget player, his adaptability would give the Eagles' coaching staff endless creative options. His route-running precision, combined with his ability to gain yards after the catch, would complement the team's existing playmakers and add another dimension to their already potent offense. His presence could alleviate pressure on A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, allowing the Eagles to spread the field more effectively. Ultimately, Bourne's blend of talent, leadership, and postseason experience could be a crucial factor in Philadelphia's quest for another championship. The Eagles have already built a roster capable of competing at the highest level, but adding a player with Bourne's character and skill set could push them over the edge. If fully recovered from his injury, he has the potential to become a difference-maker in their title aspirations, bringing both production and passion to a team hungry for more success. As the NFL trade deadline approaches, all eyes will be on how the Eagles and Patriots navigate this potential deal. While nothing is confirmed yet, it's clear that Philadelphia's interest in Kendrick Bourne is far from just a fleeting rumor. If the Eagles manage to land Bourne, they could unlock even greater offensive firepower, making them an even more dangerous contender in the NFC. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.